Final morning here in the marina, taking advantage of our last chance at the free water. Brown's gonna wash the front deck and I'm doing a load of laundry here, getting all the last minute things done. Watch behind you because you got the lines in the water. Super successful time in the marina. We're really glad to be heading out to anchor though. Marinas mean a lot of work and a lot of money. So although here it wasn't too bad because it's out of season, so we got half price, but very, very thankful to be getting out to the anchorage, although it's going to be pouring rain when we get there. It's only about a 2.5 mile trip to the anchorage. We're passing the beautiful Intercontinental. And they do not allow you to anchor in front of the Intercontinental. This guy will get run out here soon enough because they don't think the guests want to see boats. Wow, you can really feel the heat of this jet.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Back at our beautiful anchorage. Woohoo! Oh man, it's so good to be back in this anchorage. So clear, beautiful, love it. Got our anchor right here. Flip the chain, everything looks really good. And now it's time to visit our underwater friends. We love our resident eagle rays, and today we got to see one using its electrosensory organ to detect completely submerged prey in the sand. Once found, a jet of water is blown out of its gill slits, exposing the mollusk or crab, which is then crushed by the eagle ray's teeth. Hard fragments are then rejected, and this becomes a meal for the pufferfish. Woo, baby. We don't have these kinds of days very often, but when you do, they come in big force here. We got 27 knots of wind. It's been up to 31 already. It is blowing hard. We're holding steady here. We got a big squall. Hopefully this will pass soon. 42. Thankfully, it's starting to calm down a little bit. We normally don't have days like this. Wow, it's been non-stop sunny weather, beautiful weather. Yes, we've got wind, but not wind like this. So thankfully, only one boat was dragging and the owner was called and they came out to help. So that's it so far. We're really, really thankful. So we had this huge rainstorm and 42 knot winds. And unfortunately, we had a leak in our jammers. The water came through the bolts and ran down here and puddled in this exhaust alarm that is not connected right now, and then ran down this cable and shorted out both our Starlink and our charger for our devices. So I'm sharing this with you because it's just a reminder to protect your helm station from rain, and especially anything that's above your electrical board. It's really, really bad to get water in any of your electrical stuff. So we are really grateful for the community around us. People have already shared their Starlink with us, and we're willing to sell it for a small fee. Just kidding. But someone next to us has a spare cable. We're going to try that out tomorrow, and thankfully we've got someone coming in from the States who can bring a cable for us. So it's just one of those things. Once you get used to having Starlink on the boat, it's really hard to live without it. That's the drama of today. We thought we would have a calm, quiet day, and no. Kind of a little crazy. Here we go, another big wind coming. Just were warned by our friends. He said big winds are planning to hit us in a few minutes, so here we go. Here we go again. Another big squall. Everything's shaking. Highs of 36 so far. That lasted about 10 minutes, and we've got a bit of a lull. Our chain is resting on top of our bridle, so Brown's gonna go in and just move that really quickly so that the bridle is not encumbered by the chain sitting on top of it. Well done.
Could you hand me a sock, please?
You're gonna check Param?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over there and ask her if I can look at anything.
So Brown's swimming over to our friends on the boat called Param. They had to pull in some chain. I guess they were hitting something with their rudders or their keel, and they needed to pull in a little bit. So. All right, the project of the day today is to try and stop the leaking from these bolts, which are holding our jammer down in place. It's gonna be a little bit difficult getting at them. We'll have to cut some zip ties to try and get at these bolts, but the harder thing is up at the helm. So we've got to have access to the screws underneath. These can be easily accessed, but the ones behind it are going to be a little bit more complicated. We'll have to see how that works. It took us a few minutes, but we were able to finally figure out how to get access to these bolts that are on the inside. All right, we got this off, and now it's time to clean it. This is the first time we've ever taken the jammer off. As you can see how nasty and dirty it is. Finished cleaning this area. These are tapered screws, which is good because that's what we would have to do otherwise. And now we're just soaking everything to get the dust out, the rope residue. There's so much stuff that's in the jammer right now.
I think the tough part's been done. This is 90% alcohol right here. It's a lot safer to use both for the air, breathing, and on your skin than acetone. It's really important to clean everything, and so we got to get the old Sikaflex, that's like the caulk, out of here, and the dirt is gonna work a whole lot better and less chance of leaks. We're gonna use butyl tape in here, and we'll talk about that later, and if you've got garbage and stuff like that, it's not gonna seal well. So I got the steel brush. Do not brush your teeth with this unless you've eaten cotton candy and left it in your mouth and fallen asleep. Okay, you can use it then.
We're really struggling trying to get this one bolt to turn. It's really giving us a hard time. We don't want to have to strip it. One option is you pull the back one out and then spin it.
That's an idea. Let's try to pull that other one out. Maybe that might loosen something up.
Okay. We got the back one out. Still can't get this front bolt out though. Another cloudy, rainy day. At least we don't have the 40 knot winds we've been facing the last couple days, so that's good. But
at least we're not freezing our butts off like you all are.
oh! So we've stripped the tool. At least we stripped the tool, not the screw. Oh, here we go, round 3. Yikes. Oh, wow, well done. Man, it pays to have good tools, doesn't it? Gotta love working on a project and having a huge rainstorm come through. Everything is dripping and soaking wet, and we are trying to keep these poles dry as well as rain off of our electrical panel downstairs. Put a layer of butyl tape here around the screw. You can maybe see a part of it, and that's going to get crushed down when Brown starts putting the nuts on from underneath. There's the butyl tape coming out the side, which just evidence of it getting squished.
Butyl tape is made up of a solvent, and literally this stuff will stay soft and sticky and gooey and impervious to water for 50 years. And it, when you tighten down on it, it fills in every crack. We use tapers on the tops of the holes so it fills in those tapers, and we should not have any more leaks out of this. Sikaflex, 3M, 4200, whatever, caulk will end up cracking and degrading, but not this stuff. Ancient Chinese secret. Butyl tape. It comes in a big roll like this. You need a bolt from below and a bolt up top to compress whatever fitting it is, and then this stuff will plug in all the holes.
And it works much better if you put it in the freezer before you use it,
because then it's not a sticky, gooey mess. And then I'm rolling it as thinly as I can. To tighten it up a little bit, you can come in here like that. And then what we're gonna do is wrap this around the base of the bolt. This is where you want it. And the good thing about this, you get these things in right, and that holds your screw in. This is a skill that you learn in kindergarten right there, playing with Play-Doh. But you hadn't heard about that a long time. So I'm using kindergarten skills on the boat. That's how sophisticated those kindergarten teachers were. I love doing this because I know how effective it's going to be. Then when we compress, this is going to shoot out and just fill every gap.
All right, they're on, and Brown will work it from the other end. Let's start with port side stern. Middle bow. There's the old, and there's the new. Nice and clean, beautiful.
No corrosion.
Shiny. Great job. Another big storm system coming through. Well, I feel really bad for the people who flew to Tahiti thinking they were going to get a wonderful Christmas holiday, and it's been raining non-stop for days. 5-6 days now. Big winds, no sun. Oh man. For us it means a clean boat and lots of water. Every one of our water jugs is filled up to the brim. Oh. Brutal. At least there's no big winds today, so far.